Hello, good evening, and welcome to Malaga, Spain. This is the Basketball Champions League. It's regular season, it's Group C, and it's the battle between Unicaja Malaga and Lavrio Megabolt. Well, game day 2 for these sides looking to make some waves in this competition. Playing in it for the first time, of course, Unicaja Malaga, perhaps a little more famous for what they've been able to accomplish over the years, including winning the Spanish crown 15 years ago, in fact. But this Lavrio Megabolt team better not be taken lightly. Remember, they made it to the final of the Greek championship last year before falling to Panathinaikos, and both of them won their opening games. But in Group C already, JDA Dijon winning 89-75 over Nizhny Novgorod. That is a final score already, so that impacts obviously this group. And now these two teams, only one of them is going to remain unbeaten. Obviously, the prize, if you do finish first in Group C, is direct passage to the round of 16. If you finish second or third, then you go into a qualification series, best of 3 to make it to the round of 16. If you finish fourth in the group, well, you're done. You will not progress. So here are the standings. Dijon, by virtue of their win over Nizhny, as well as their participation point, they're up at the top. But again, the winner of this game between Unicaja Malaga and Lavrio Megabolt will leapfrog them into first place. Well, this is a great, fantastic place to watch basketball. If you've never been to Malaga, you need to make sure you get yourself down there and watch this team play. It really is an event to go to a basketball game, especially the European games here in Malaga. It's a very social atmosphere, a lot of fun. And I know this Lavrio Megabolt team is certainly excited to be here. Marcus Lewis, Tyson Carter, Javon Blair, Alexandros Nikolaidis, Jerry Smith, Vasilis Moratos, AJ Aminu, Dimitrios Kaklamanakis, Nikos Persidis, Kenny Goins, all the way down that roster, very talented roster for Lavrio Megabolt, and looking to come out tonight to spring what would be a surprise if they could win away from home in Spain, which many people will regard as the top domestic league in Spanish basketball. The Unicaja Malaga team 3-3 in Spain at the moment. They've got Jaime Fernandez, Jonathan Barreto, Dario Brizuela, Alberto Diaz, Francis Alonso, Tim Abromaitis, Norris Cole, Ruben Guerrero, Yannick Nzosa, Carlos Suarez, Michael Eric, and Axel Boutte. And they are coached by Fotis Katsigoris, coach of Lavrio Megabolt, Christos Servis. So, minutes away from the start of this game, these players being introduced here to the crowd. And we are excited to be bringing you the action. So they've got nothing to lose, Lavrio Megabolt. Again, this is a team that's younger by comparison to this Unicaja Malaga team. Perhaps their signature moment did come last season when they made it to the final of the Greek domestic league. But again, they came out, they won their opening game, beating JDA Dijon 65-63. They come here looking as if they really want to shake things up. The Basketball Champions League, year number 6, it's had a Spanish winner on 3 occasions, twice in a row. The last 2 editions won by Herrera San Pablo Burgos. So the referees, Manuel Mazzoni, Paolo Marquez, and Vlad Stepanovic from Italy, Portugal, and Slovenia, respectively. Look at the starting fives, of course. Tim Abromaitis, if you look at this Lavrio Megabolt team, they will know about his past heroics in the Basketball Champions League. He was one of the big stars when he played for Tenerife. Lavrio Megabolt, they're going to start with Marcus Lewis, Tyson Carter, Vasilis Moratos, Dimitrios Kaklamenakis, and Kenny Goins, who was the hero, at least at the end of the game, in their victory over JDA Dijon. And there's the coach, Christos Soreles, coach of Lavrio. Even he looks loose as a goose, coming out and ready to go here. So I mentioned Abromaitis, played for Tenerife, a winner with them, and hoping to bring title, a first Basketball Champions League title also to Unicaja Malaga. So they're going to be starting with Abromaitis at the power forward spot, along with Jonathan Barreto, Dario Brizuela, Norris Cole. Katsikaris has been on the European scene for quite some time. Foxus Katsikaris also has coached Greece's national team. Coach Bilbao. Excellent job there, as well as did a fine job when he was in charge of Valencia, notably. And here he is with Unicaja Malaga. And I guess the game has a little bit of a special significance for him since he is a Greek. So he'll be coaching up against a team from his homeland. So you look back at the history of the Basketball Champions League, and the Greek teams, they've made their mark, really. Ike, especially in year number 2, won the title when they hosted the Final Four. And Lavrio Megabolt, I don't think anybody is expecting them to go all the way, but certainly, who knows? Who knows how this season is going to unfold? I think you would probably have quite a few people that would pick Unicaja Malaga as a team that has a chance to go on a deep run in this competition. They've won European Cups before, most recently the Euro Cup a few years ago, and before that, almost 2 decades ago, winning the Korec Cup. This great theater of basketball here in Malaga is about ready to stage the first Basketball Champions League game here in the history of Unicaja Malaga. Exciting times. And Lavrio Megabolt, I know that these guys are excited to be here. Always a festive atmosphere here at these games. You might remember Brizuela there played a very important role for Spain in their successful qualifying game for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. That was played in 2019. Brizuela, outstanding. And Spain went ahead and won that competition. There's Norris Cole, of course, has won an NBA title with the Miami Heat. There's Manuel Mazzoni. He hasn't won any titles, but he has certainly refereed a lot of big games. Well, good evening, folks. We're underway here in Malaga, the Basketball Champions League Group C Game Day 2 game between Unicaja Malaga and Lavrio Megabolt. And it's Lavrio Megabolt winning the opening tip and attacking the basket to the right, wearing the dark uniforms. And they have a very strong move at the very beginning here. Kaklamanakas has quickly established himself as a player to watch in this competition. Oh, they leave Unicaja Malaga with the easiest of layups. So, Jonathan Barredo gets his first 2 of the night. Maratos gets it over to Kaklamanakas. One pass too many. Abramitis comes up with it, hands it off to Cole. Now, bump and a foul. Just to, again, it's Tim Abramitis, Jonathan Barredo, Dario Vizuela, Norris Cole, and Michael Eric in that starting 5 for Unicaja Malaga. We've seen Michael Eric in this competition as well. So a lot of experience here for Unicaja Malaga. Norris Cole whips it to the corner. Vizuela puts it up. That's his reputation. And he hits a 3-pointer. He can flat out shoot the basketball. Catch and shoot, and you better get a hand in the face. Carter misses with his first attempt. Stopping and not popping was Cole. Quickly to the other end, Kaklamanakas lays it up. Where Greece have really produced some wonderful basketball players over the years. You can see that Kaklamanakas, he's a gamer. And it goes to Michael Eric with his first 2. Excuse me, I think I gave it to the last basket to Kaklamanakas, but it was Moratos. And there's Kaklamanakas, number 14. So the play restarts. Moratos and the basketball corral by Vizuela. Goes a little shaking and baking, gets inside. How did he get that up there so quickly? Well, Kenny Goins went for the block. Couldn't get there in time. Vizuela just weaving his way down the lane. Now Moratos puts it up and it does not fall, but there for the rebound, Kaklamanakas. So Kaklamanakas with the rebound. Moratos. Cole is back now, hands it off, and the ball knocked out of bounds, out of the hands of Tyson Carter. Kaklamanakas, a little short that time. Abramitis rebounds it and hands it off to Cole. Abramitis goes up and banks it in. Get Carter, here he goes. Out on the wing. Now Goins has it, and the big fella a little long. Cole gets in, gets right to the rim. Well, no rim protection at all, really, for Lavrio Megabolt. Cole just showing you how lane and up for an easy two. Boy, Barrero was tough last season for Turk Telecom. Used to start very strong. Frustration there for Coach Zorelis. Katsikaris, meanwhile, likes what he sees out of Unicaja. Carter met at the rim. He tries to take on Michael Eric. Michael Eric just went straight up. So 6 seconds on the shot clock. The ball inbounded. Carter, good! But you better get Carter. He drills the three. I know you remember that movie, Get Carter. With Michael Caine. Now the drive and Michael Eric. Boy, lots of points in the paint so far for Unicaja Malaga. Carter. Moratos. Looks like he wants to go one-on-one. He pulls up at the stripe, and the contact earns him a trip to the free throw line. Moratos, heady play from the Greek point guard. Twenty-three-year-old Vasilis Moratos makes both free throws and cuts that deficit back to 6 points. And good defense from Lavrio Megabolt, almost forcing the turnover. Barreto trying to back his way down low. Morato's getting stuck in there. So is Lewis. Shot clock down to 4. It's go time for Norris Cole. What's he going to do? He's going to launch it. No, he's going to get it through Barreto. And that was a little long. Remember Barreto having a 6 of 6 game from the arc last season when he played in the Basketball Champions League. Well, Tyson Carter. Oh boy, what a move by Tyson Carter. And you can see rewarded for initiating the contact there as he goes up. Tyson Carter now with a chance for a three-point play. Does not capitalize. Abramitis, a very good shooter. Here's Barreto again, going right at Lewis. And here comes Moratos. He's everywhere, isn't he? Takes it up the floor. Goins from deep. Cole again to Eric. Barreto back to Cole. Shot clock winding down. Cole steps back. They missed everything, so that's going to turn it over. Set the backboard. Good defense from Lavrio Megabolt. So Axel Boutet, the Frenchman, is going to come into the game. And Jonathan Barreto takes the seat. Big time scorer, Boutet. Fun player to watch. Lewis drifts in, goes behind the back, goes off 1 foot. Oh boy, that was silky smooth, wasn't it? Just like that, it's a 2-point game. Brizuela has it knocked out of his hands. Moratos on the break, stays in the middle, and then Brizuela knocks it away, but Lewis comes up with the basketball. He launches it, good! And just like that, Lavrio Megabolt have come back to take the lead. A full meter from behind the arc. And Marcus Lewis, the 29-year-old power forward, drills it.
If the ball goes to the post, we are zone up. Okay, zone up and play cut. Switch or whatever, just move the ball, be ready to attack. Okay? So, next play. 5 minutes. Noise. Pass back to the hey, let's go. Come again. Let's go, baby. Ένα, δύο, τρία.
So Kaklamanakis got it going. We've had a little bit of a Barreto. We've had a little bit of this, Brizuela. We've had a little bit of Moratos, Tyson Carter. Points being spread out. Michael Eric as well. So here's Unicaja coming out of the timeout, trailing by a point. Nice little run here for Lavrio Megabolt. Jaime Fernandez also now in the game. Here's Abramitis. Well, I told you he's a sweet shooting big, a power forward. Kind of a tweener between a small forward and a power forward, I would suggest. Nevertheless. And what a drive, but they're not going to count it. The foul was before the shot by Boutet. Kaklamanakis turns and nice jump hook. Fernandez, bounce pass to Eric. And from the left corner, Eric rebounds a miss. So Boutte misses his first attempt, and a foul has been called on Lavrio Megabolt. Boutte. Also in the game for Unicaja, Alberto Diaz, number 9. Sweet drive and layup off the glass. Quick response to the other end. The ball knocked out of the hands of Jerry Smith. It'll stay at this end. Here he is, the veteran going up. Here's Smith again. Gets it up off the glass quickly and scores. He ties it up. Oh, Jerry, look at that. That's a player with a lot of savvy. Now a foul called at this end on Nikolaidis, Alexandros Nikolaidis. Or was it on Lavrio Megabolt? Have to wait and see. Hopefully Jaime Fernandez is okay. It's probably on Nikolaidis, yes. So his first foul. Final 35 seconds here of the opening quarter. This game is as good as advertised, maybe even better. Here's Jaime Fernandez. Lewis picks up the loose ball. About a 4-second differential on the game clock and the shot clock. How deep will they go into this shot clock here? It's down to 7. Lewis almost loses control. Back outside, shot. Well, it was a good look for Lavrio Megabolt, and then Lewis gets, or excuse me, it's putting it up and missing was AJ Aminu, and that's how it finishes. So at the end of one quarter, it's Unicaja Malaga tied with Lavrio Megabolt 2020. So here's a look back at some of the plays here in this opening quarter between Unicaja Malaga and Lavrio Megabolt. So pretty good shooting inside the arc. In fact, excellent shooting inside the arc for both teams. Beyond it, both teams have made a couple of threes. Well, just as a reminder, this competition, you want to try to win the group, obviously, so you can go straight to the round of 16. Otherwise, you want to finish in second or third so you can get into the qualification round or series for the round of 16. If you finish fourth, well, you got no chance. And I have to tell you, folks, I've covered this competition every season since its inception, and the memories are strong. And it's the evolution and the growth of the Basketball Champions League has really been fun to watch. But I don't think there's any question about it. This competition looks stronger and better now than it ever has. And having teams like this in it only make this competition better. Fernandez bumped up high by Nikolaidis. Nikolaidis just 19 years of age. So that's another aspect to the Basketball Champions League. You see a lot of good young players get a good taste of European competition, club competition here. Remembering Furkan Korkmaz playing for Banvit back in year 1. Look at him now in the NBA with Philadelphia. That long shot, no good by Boutte. And the quick pass down low, and Boutte scores this time. Smith again. Boy, he just understands how to use his body, gets the full extension, and makes the layup look easy. And that was with Yannick Nzosa coming in behind him, but Barreto answers. So the impressive young Yannick Nzosa, the 17-year-old center playing now for Unicaja Malaga. That was Barreto with the 3. So Unicaja back on top, but Jerry Smith for the 3rd time has gotten inside and scored with a layup. He's fired up. Diaz. 3, this time off target. So Barreto not shy about putting it up from deep. And pretty decent defense there from Diaz, but I think the reach gets him the foul. Watch this. I love watching these veterans like Jerry Smith come into games. He just knows how to go about his business. Here's the 3-point shot. Smith challenging for the rebound, but Barreto takes it. Diaz. The drive, Boutte blocked, gets it back, puts it up, and he scores. Scores over Yeromahailos. Nikolaidis going up against Fernandez. Smith, a little bit of a step back, misses. And big rebound that time by Barreto. Now the entry pass to Nzosa, and he's fouled. He just oozes with potential, Nzosa. In case you're wondering, measures 2.08 meters in height. That's 6'10". Boutte missing. Diaz comes in, knocks the ball away, but goes out of bounds. Great crowd here tonight watching this first Basketball Champions League game here in Malaga for Unicaja, taking on Lavrio Megabolt. Both teams winning their opening games in the competition on game day 1. Now Nikolaidis misses from deep. Fernandez dribbles right. Now holds up, now goes back. Puts up a little runner, a nice shot. Jaime Fernandez. Nikolaidis. Passes, oh good. Sharing the basketball and flushed by Lewis. Excuse me, flushed by Aminu. So Aminu's first 2 points. Sosa, bounce pass. Now into the corner, 3-point shot. Nikolaidis gets rid of it to Jerry Smith. Jerry Smith goes behind his back. Diaz trying to be a pest. Good catch by Mihailus. Back to Smith. Oh boy, might have gotten away with a push with the left hand. His shot is long. Now quickly, and the foul. Oh, an unsportsmanlike foul has been called on Mihailus. See the miss, and was not playing the game, and I think that's a good call. They could go and review it if they wanted, but I think that they're going to come back with the same answer. He wasn't playing the ball, just kind of nudges him. This Boutte out of bounds. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure what transpired there with Diaz. But good refereeing by Mazzoni to go up and speak to him calmly, explain, and now he's going to speak to Sorelas. But the fans in Spain, when they see the referees talking to the players, or if they think it's putting their team at a disadvantage, they are going to get on them. Boutte, meanwhile, makes the first of 2 free throws. And he makes the second as well, and that's not a good development for Lavrio Megabolt. With Boutte, he does not need to see the ball go through the hoop. Once that starts happening, it can change a lot. He's got 6 points, in fact, now with that. Fernandez. Barreto hands it back off to Fernandez, and no, excuse me, not sure who that was, but anyways, Moratos drives the other way, but a charge called on Moratos. Good hustle back by Unicaja. Well, he was out, looked like he was outside the keyway, so excellent again officiating. So Boutte hears the applause as he goes over to the bench. He comes out, having scored 6 points. Aminu also goes out. Fernandez gets deep, then passes it back outside. Now to Diaz. Fernandez, quick pass, ends up getting it back, and then it puts it up there, and the easy one for Michael Eric, who's checked back into the game. Boy, nice movement there by Fernandez, very quick. Moratos. And stepped out of bounds. So Unicaja looking to extend their lead, up by 7 points here in the second quarter. Barreto, and couldn't get it to drop. Almost feels as if Katsikaris has said, Barreto, I want you to get open, and when you're open, I want you to shoot it. Because he has launched his share today. He's made one. Tyson Carter. Oh, a little step back for three. Oh, boy, that was money. And a much-needed basket. Yeah, Barreto's 1 for 5 from three-point range. And Tyson Carter, meanwhile, now 2 of 3. Oh, what a pass behind the back. And Eric tried to dunk it. Couldn't get in there. I think it was Kaklamenakis that prevented him. And another foul called on Diaz. And this Unicaja Malaga team, a couple times it looks like they're about ready to go on a nice run to take command, and only for the Lavrio Megabolt team to come back. Diaz goes out. Well, the hustle of Fernandez. The hustle of Fernandez has just been off the charts. He is so fast, so quick. So I'm not exactly sure what they're reviewing here. You can see that Kaklamenakis, he's a big man. He's 6 feet 9 inches. That's 2.05 meters in height. He is listed as a center. Okay, so they were just looking to make sure that the three, I think it was Tyson Bolt was indeed, or Tyson, excuse me, Carter was a 3. Yeah, he was behind the arc. Kaklamenakis catches, gets it to Goins, and Goins makes an ill-advised pass. Fernandez, open floor. 3-point shot, good! Well punished. So Francis Alonso, his first 3-pointer of the game. And the foul called before the shot by Alonso.
Primera falta personal de Francis Alonso.
Seven points in it right now. Moratos has his pass batted away by Eric. And quickly on the break. Excellent hustle down the floor by Unicaja Malaga. Finished ultimately by Abramitis. Nothing will please a coach like that than to see everybody sprint to the other end on a fast break. And that's why, because sometimes it's going to be the trailer, one of the two trailers that's going to score.
Correct. We're timing our offense, because if we run it correct and we don't make mistakes, we are ready to run back. In every mistake that we had, okay, they finished with basket. 7, 8, 7, 9 points from our mistakes. Okay, so if we are making mistakes, there is a basket after that, okay? So it's very, very, very important. The spacing and the timing, okay, and how we will use our picks and how we will use our passes. Okay. We will play head 2, okay, head 2 with the post to Kenny and good flair for Ty and
Here's another look at the play by Fernandez going in, and then Abramitis follows. That's one of his 2 putbacks, in fact. Unicaja scoring 5 points off of the Lavrio Megabolt turnovers, so not too many. 3 points scored by Lavrio Megabolt off. Okay, now it's 7 points, in fact, scored by Unicaja off the turnovers. Good work there by Abramitis, knocking it out of the hands of Goins. Carter inbounds it, and Goins misses from deep. Lewis has it. And I'm not sure, I think they may have reset the clock when they shouldn't have off the miss. So they say 11 seconds. Basketball inbounded. Carter again. Goins, and Goins throws it right into the hands of Unicaja. And Brizuela called for a push after Lavrio Megabolt got it back. Great work by Carter. Well, they want to see if this is an unsportsmanlike on Brizuela. I believe. Unless they want to know if the shot clock should have been reset, if Unicaja ever actually had possession. Okay, so they have indeed called it unsportsmanlike on Brizuela. So he loses it. And he left his hand in there. And that was enough for the referee to signal unsportsmanlike. So Carter takes advantage, makes the first. He's been tough. He leads them in scoring with 9 points. So now 10 points for Tyson Carter. Shot clock about to expire. Lewis hands it off. Excellent work and finish by Kaklamanakis. Great drive by Lewis, and that was a very good trip down the floor for Lavrio in the end. We've cut that deficit to 5. Brizuela has it knocked out of his hands. It went off of him. Kaklamanakis reached in. Yeah, he just lost control. So tough sequence for Brizuela with the unsportsmanlike foul. Now the turnover and another chance for Lavrio. Lewis steps back. They battle for the rebound. Good job by Kaklamanakis. Now he gets it on the baseline. That's too high. Goins knocks it out. And Brizuela has it. Open floor. Hands it off. Abramitis. And they take it back outside. Three-point shot. Oh, good! Well, that takes care of that. The lead goes back up to 8 points. Good work by Brizuela. And now the reach and almost stolen. It is, in fact, in the end by Brizuela. And now the dunk! And Unicaja Malaga have done a great job here with the Abramitis flush. Really turning up the intensity a notch. $11 points now for Abramitis. Maratos, he doesn't want to go too soon. Oh! They would have given it to him if he'd made it. But the only problem is there's 7 seconds on the game clock.
Segunda falta personal de Cole. Lavrio Megabolt.
So Cole picks up his second foul. Maratos at the line. He's got 6 points. He's made a couple of free throws on his previous trip to the stripe. And Maratos makes both. So Katsikaris wants a timeout to draw up a last play.
Taking the ball out of bounds. You go first. If you have the pass to go, you go. Second. Dario, we go. Corner, and you're from behind. 7 seconds. Let's go.
Well, Coach Katsikaris needed pretty much the full timeout to draw up the play, and then he had like 3 or 4 seconds just to tell his guys what to do. So they know they have to be watching while he draws that play. So Alonso's going to inbound the basketball. Brizuela catches it. Plenty of time. It's in and goes right down the lane and executes to perfection. Steady play by Brizuela, number 8. He's got 7 points. And you can see Unicaja Malaga are going to be tough customers. They lead it 45-35 over Lavrio Megabolt at halftime. Well, the shooting numbers certainly inside the arc are great. Unicaja now with 5 threes, and that is the difference in the game. And look at the assist. Unicaja really doing a good job of sharing the basketball. 12-4 Abramitis with 11 points, leads all scorers. Tyson Carter has 10 for Lavrio. Well, here's a look back at some of the highlights. Moratos getting it going early on, but Brizuela as well. Very tough on the drive. He's got the jump shot. Michael Eric, you know, he's a weapon they could go to more often if they wanted to. We'll see how that develops. Tyson Carter's tough. Lewis has been good. Abramitis just gets his points, whether it's threes, putbacks. Smith was excellent with his introduction to the game, and after the Aminu shot, that was not going to count, but here was Boutte scoring to check it into the game. Fernandez, again, was terrific. Tyson Carter, steady supply of points from him. Showing his hops there. So it's 45-35 at halftime. And again, Unicaja Malaga with those 5 made three-pointers from 11 attempts. And they have been good value for that lead. 11 fast break points. That's where they've really hurt Lavrio Megabolt, and because of that, they've also got more points in the paint, 28-18. Okay, 45-35, Unicaja Malaga on top of Lavrio Megabolt here in the Group C clash of the Basketball Champions League. We'll be right back before the start of the second half.
Es el momento de recuperar lo que nos une, de consumir lo que nace de nuestros pueblos, de nuestros vecinos. Productos de calidad que activan la economía y generan empleo, ayudando al desarrollo de todos, ayudándonos. Y es que apostando por productos de proximidad, contribuimos a la mejora de nuestra provincia, al beneficio de Málaga. Consume productos sabor a Málaga. Siente lo que nos une.
it and go. Oh, he puts him on skates. He turns. Go! What a basket.
There's Evans, lovely pass. Great basket for Promete. What an assist from Sean Evans.
Will this be the first basket? No, it will not. It goes off the back of the iron. Now Simmons has it. He's going to try to go all the way. Oh, he's blocked from behind by Mitchell. What a swat.
Bowden now comes off one screen. And oh my Lord, goodness gracious. Campbell went on a roller coaster and took no prisoners whatsoever.
Trying to hold on for dear life. The ball inbounded to Ruban. He turns, he gets to the paint. The ball knocked away. It falls to Harding. He puts it up. God! Harding! Nimberg stun pout. 84-83 at the buzzer. $45-35, Unicaja Malaga on top. of Lavrio Megabolt here in this Basketball Champions League Group C battle of unbeaten teams here at the start of the season.
Tim Abramitis with 11 points. It's a game high for Unicaja Malaga. Tyson Carter, the point guard, with 10 points for the team visiting from Greece. So Coach Rustos Sorelis led this Lavrio Megabolt team to a game one win over JDA Dijon 65-63. Unicaja Malaga, meanwhile, got their first win at Nizhny Novgorod 79-62. An impressive start to the Basketball Champions League for them. Now here we are in Spain for the second game for both of these two teams.
Second half action underway here in Malaga, where Unicaja hold a 45-35 lead over Lavrio Megabolt. They finished strong that second quarter. And Lavrio Megabolt coming right out with the three-point shot made by Petros Yeromahailos. Malaga out to the Brizuela, and he hits a three right at the end of the shot clock. A wonderful drive there by Tyson Carter. Some players just know how to score. And now the turnover, Moratos goes right at Brizuela and misses, but then Michael Eric doesn't control the rebound. So Moratos got the steal. Fortunate to keep possession. Tyson Carter. Out it goes. Will it be Yeromahailos again for three? This time no good. And quickly on the break, and Abramitis lays it up and in. Well, that's a common sight to see Tim Abramitis leading all the scoring in the Basketball Champions League. Moratos left his feet, wasn't sure where he was going to pass. He turned it over, and quickly Unicaja on the break. And traveling called on Brizuela. Now Brizuela reaches from behind and commits the foul on Tyson Carter. So a little bit of frustration from Brizuela at times. Even so, Unicaja still with that 10-point lead that they had at halftime. 2 fouls on Brizuela. Lewis, meanwhile, gets in, Well, a tough move. Then he turned his back, tried to go up. They get it back, however. Yorba gets it to Lewis, pulls up right at the elbow and drains the jump shot. Brizuela dribbles left into the corner. Now driving and getting it to drop. Another impressive basket this time by Boutte. Carter. Yorba. Goins can't get anything going tonight. Cole dribbles, bounce pass to Eric, and the little pump fake gets Lewis off his feet, and the foul has been called on number 0. Here it is again, just a little bit of a pump or hesitation, and Lewis went up and gave away the foul, but it was not in the shooting motion. So it's back in the game for Eric. Here he is battling for the rebound. Oh boy, dangerous pass. Moratos has it. Mihalos took to his right. Now Carter gets in the paint, puts it up, and scores another on another drive. Well, he's keeping him in the game right now. 14 points for Tyson Carter. Quick pass down low, Brizuela. Oh boy, they're getting some good shots, aren't they, Unicaja? It's all about movement, off the ball, passing, making hard cuts to the basket. Mihalis gets in the paint. Not sure if that was blocked by Nzosa. It certainly affected the shot. Brizuela, quick pass, and Abramitis fouled by Goins. And that was a good call by the referee. Abramitis sinks the first. And gets both of them, and it's now a 12-point advantage for Unicaja, which is their biggest lead of the game. Oh, wonderful pass, but Mihalis. If you're not going to make that alley-oop, you might as well come down with it and then go up the old-fashioned way. Brizuela can't get it to drop. Goins brings down the board, hands it off quickly. Now Tyson Carter with a chance to run. They pass it around. The shot from Lewis. And Mihalis again goes up, catches it, tries to score with the putback. There's Lewis. He goes up and gets it to drop. Good hustle from Lewis. Good work. Sosa just catches it low and just turns, and it's a layup. The Democratic Republic of Congo. Nice hesitation, and boy, Tyson almost unstoppable when he's got the basketball. So Tyson Carter, 16 points. Brizuela travels. He's not going to like that. And you can see the Katsikaris also not enamored with that call. Nicolaitis back in the game, number 5. This time Lewis gets in there and contact from Boutte. Also back into the game, Barrera. Second foul on Boutte. Now, the time is now for Lavrio Megabolt. They need to start making some inroads. The pass down low to Kaklamanakis. Oh boy, he's got a nice finish. He really does. Of 5 from the floor, Kaklamanakis. The three-point shot is good from Boutte. Well, it's not necessarily a case of too many weapons, but the way they make Lavrio work on defense, Unicaja really getting some good looks. And at that end, you know, a lot of one-on-one. And here again, Unicaja with a chance to turn it up a notch. A three-point shot. Goins rebounds the miss. Lewis over to that man again, Tyson Carter. Well, certainly his stock is going to go up after the first couple of games. He had 15 last time, now 19 points, still have more than a quarter to go. And he rebounds the miss, quick outlet pass. Nicolaitis. And Kaklamanakis called for a foul, trying to get position on Barreto. Here he is. The previous play. So I'm not sure what. It was definitely fighting for position. Cole out, Brizuela out. Here's Diaz, comes back in. Roberto Diaz. Also Jaime Fernandez back in. So no rest for the weary for this Lavrio Megabolt team. They got to keep playing the D. Dangerous pass. And also not able to catch it. But was he fouled is the question. So possession stays at this end. Shot is good! Tyson Carter fouling Fernandez, a chance for a 4-point play. Well, it's late third quarter, but this is almost a dagger. If he gets a 4-pointer. He does not. Well, it could have been worse for Lavrio, but nevertheless down 11 points. Tyson Carter can't do everything on his own, but certainly has looked good trying. Here he goes. He has to get rid of it. quick pass to Kaklamanakis. He spins, he turns this time, doesn't get the drop. Zosa hands it off to Diaz. Now Fernandez. Barreto over to Diaz. And Goins catches it and is fouled.
Tercera falta personal de Alberto Díaz. Cambio de Lavrio Megabolt, entra Luis y se sienta Carter.
Well, they could definitely use some offense from Goins, and he has tried to get it going, but pretty much from outside. He's missed 3 threes, and the ball goes out of bounds. No, they're going to call a foul on Kaklamanakis.
Personal en ataque. Cambio de Lavrio Megabolt, entra Bulgar Boulos y se sienta Kaklamanakis.
So Yermahailos comes back into the game. Kaklamanakis goes out with his 3rd foul. So just over 11 minutes remaining in the game, and Unicaja Malaga leading by 11, but still with some work to do here. Fernandez gets it outside. Here is another 3 attempt from Alonso. This time no good. Goins rebounds the miss. And the ball goes back to Unicaja.
Primera falta personal de Bulgar Boulos. Personal en ataque.
The foul, you can see Yermahailos raised those arms and kind of shoved Diaz down. Diaz kind of stepped in front of him to impede his progress. Fernandez shaking and baking, a little bit of dribbling between the legs, looking for some space, and now he turns it over. Not what the doctor ordered, and excellent work, and the follow this time, it was the hustle from Lavrio Megabolt, and Lewis, not only does he score, but he's fouled on the putback. So not a good sequence at all there by Fernandez. Turns it over. Nikolaidis gets it to Aminu, and then Lewis there for the putback. You gotta like the fight being shown by this Lavrio Megabolt team. Trailing by 8 points. Oh boy. Nikolaidis going for the steal, almost was able to get it. Fernandez drives in. Oh, are you kidding me? What a finish! Terrific work by Fernandez. Smith drives in, but traveling is the call on the veteran. They didn't have much time, so the Barreto shot, I'm not sure if he got it off in time. Nevertheless, well, good resolve being shown by Lavrio, but Unicaja Malaga still on top, 66-56 at the end of 3. Shooting percentage dipped a little bit for Lavrio there inside the arc. The 8 threes are crucial for Unicaja. So you have to credit Amino with that steal. He'll be frustrated with that miss, but it turned out better because they got a three-point play out of it. So 12 points has been the biggest lead tonight for Unicaja Malaga. Haven't really looked in danger of losing that lead. Fourth quarter action now underway here in Malaga, where Lavrio Megabolt need to get to work now if they're going to cut into this deficit. Diaz comes back into the game. The play is fouled by Diaz. Diaz is going to go out. And Brizuela re-enters the contest. Brizuela with 12 points. Smith, and once again, he just has a knack for getting the basketball down low, and he's got a quick jump. He understands what the defense is doing. He's just able to get his layups. It's impressive. 8 points, all of that off drives. But how about that man? 14 points now for Brizuela. Certainly a player that has benefited from being a part of the Spanish national team program, Brizuela. Smith again. Nicolaides launches it. And the 19-year-old off target. Good attempt there from Aminu to get the basketball, but it goes out of bounds. So that was Vogaropoulos, who had been in the game. He goes out. Who was called for the reach. Unicaja, they've led by as many as 12 points. It's a 10-point lead right now. And another foul called here on Lavrio. And it was Aminu getting tied up there with Brizuela, trying to fight through the screen. Nicolaides knocks it away from Fernandez. Fernandez gets it back, passes out to Brizuela from the arc, and not this time. So look at the hustle from Unicaja, and it ends up going to the visitors, Lavrio, and Kaklamanakis is fouled. Kaklamanakis fouled by Fernandez. Nicolaides, oh, excellent work from the young man, only for Fernandez right at the end to reach in and knock the ball away. Come up with the steal. Brizuela quickly to Barreto for three. Good! Oh boy, that's a killer. Nicolaides was driving in for a layup that would have cut the deficit to 8. But the great work by Fernandez, he comes up with a steal, and it leads to that three-pointer. Manakis comes up with the basketball, then again has it stolen away by Fernandez. Goes, oh, he gets rejected by Smith. He wasn't having any of it, was he? Look at this, Fernandez thinks he's gonna explode to the basket, and just Smith says, get it out of here. Now from the corner, and is Alonso missing? We're talking about scooping and hooping. Fernandez just outstanding. Electric stuff. Strong with the basketball. Forcing Lavrio to call a timeout.
They pick a rule against you. We have fouls to give. Why you don't make a foul? We have 7 minutes to leave the game. What? We need you on offense, but to come because of Nicholson.
Well, that tells part of the story. Defense triggering fast breaks. Well, you heard Sorellis. He said, hey, listen, we got 7 minutes to win the game. Come on. But they're going to have to do something with this man right here. Fernandez has just been electric. Tyson Carter back in the game. Manakis gets it to Carter. Oh boy, the pressure leads to the turnover, and an unsportsmanlike foul has been called on Tyson Carter. He says he had ball, but Mastone says nope. They could look at it again if they wanted. It was not the result that Tyson Carter was looking for. But Mazzoni is definitely trying to explain why the unsportsmanlike foul was called. And you just have to learn from it. 16 points, the advantage. Unicaja right now in command. Fernandez has really been pulling the strings here. He has been impressive. Alonso comes in from the left and misses that shot right at the buzzer. And his coach, Casacar, said, hey, you catch it here, you shoot it. You don't need to drive. Take the best option. Matos. He's fouled by Fernandez. He really has been giving a lesson tonight on effort. He's been outstanding. Moratos. Over the shoulder pass to Manakis, and he gets it to drop. balance, he's been very good tonight. It's not good enough against this Unicaja team. There he is, knocking the ball off the rim. Now an easy two, and good hustle, but a little too late. Tyson Carter's shot had already gone off the backboard. It was close. So 12-point game, and again, they just do not go away, but there's just right now a little too much at this end of the floor for them to contend with. Brizuela and Fernandez, just too much firepower. Romahailis, Brizuela, and Jerry Smith. Fans are wanting an unsportsmanlike to be called on him. Nope, he was definitely playing for the ball there. Well, it was a good foul in the end because it stopped the break. Here he is again. Watch this. Brizuela, oh yeah, he definitely got him in the mouth. But I think that was inadvertent. He was definitely going for the ball. Fernandez gets it down low to Nzosa, and the ball batted around. They come back with it, Brizuela, and look at him pass it. That time goes off of Nzosa's hands. So another timeout has been called. Still time here, and remember, for Lavrio Megabolt, they would like nothing more than to cut that deficit, even if they don't win, because you never know. The next time they play, if they can get a win over Unicaja, it could give them an advantage in a tiebreaker.
Opposite or thumb, okay? Opposite or thumb. We have also in the Marcus on the court and Jerry, okay? Pick and roll, stop pick and rolls. If we could not have something on first pick and roll, we are going for second pick and roll, okay? It's very important. Don't attack if we don't feel that we are sure. We have second pick and roll, second creation. On defense, you, 4 players, you change, you switch everything, goes to our rebound because we don't have a big body now, okay? Everybody goes to your rebound. Let's go. Let's go. Push the ball again, guys.
Well, that was the hustle play by Lewis, and that was the immediate response by Fernandez. Jaime Fernandez, he has 9 points, he has 4 assists. Tyson Carter, meanwhile, with 21 points. And that little burst there at the end makes it back, takes it back to a 14-point lead for Unicaja. So time starting to run out on Lavrio. Oh boy, nice drive, good hustle. But look who comes down with the basketball, Alonso. And the whistle blows, and I wonder if a technical has been called on Carter. A little bit of frustration. Well, it's no shame in having your shot blocked by Michael Eric. I mean, he is a big man. And Carter, though, just expects to score every time he goes down the floor. And certainly, Mazzoni's been patient with him, so it's going to cost him a point. fact, has he been given 2 technicals?
Cambio Unicaja entra aquí, Lavrio
No, because he had the
Megabolt,
unsportsmanlike. Because he had the unsportsmanlike foul, and now the technical foul. That means he has to leave the floor and go back to the changing room. So frustrating exit, but you know, you're not always going to get all the calls, and you have to control those emotions, because now the final piece of the offense is missing for Lavrio as they look to cut into this deficit. Inside it goes. Eric travels. Well, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Both these clubs looking like good fits for the Basketball Champions League, and certainly from a competitive standpoint, they have been getting after it tonight. And Moratos drives in. Oh, boy. There was a little bit of contact, but he was initiating it. Jaime Fernandez, meanwhile, gets in. He is mesmerizing with his ability, Jaime Fernandez. Look at him hustle back on defense. Steven Smith puts it up. Excuse me, Jerry Smith puts it up and misses. So yeah, so that was a disqualifying foul from Carter. He is gone. Cole back in the game. And Unicaja looking to put the finishing touches on this. What remains to be seen is what is going to be the goal differential by the end. Alonzo misses. Remember, 17 points was the margin of victory for Unicaja when they won at Nizhny. Here he is again. Kaklamanakis. He's definitely got a nice stroke. 10 points. Good defense to reach by Nikolaidis, knocking it away from Cole.
Cambio el Lavrio Megabolt, entra Andrew Blair y se siente safe.
Cole almost got it back. He was going to have a layup. He's going to inbound the basketball. So Jerry Smith goes out. Looks like he took a shot. A little bit of pain. Alonzo. And the ball drops. He's a good shooter. And he heeded the advice of his coach. This time, instead of driving, he put up the jumper. So 2 threes for Alonzo. The lead goes back to 15. Kaklamanakis, little pump fake. Puts it up from the stripe, this time a little too hard. Three-point shot from Abramitis. Moratos. Again, now the clock, definitely the enemy for this Lavrio team. Nikolaidis looks for some space. So Unicaja Malaga are going to win this battle of our early season unbeatens. Lewis rebounds that miss. Just remains to be seen by how much. Lewis drives in and fouled by Abramitis.
Aprovecha. Segunda falta personal. Cambio Unicaja entra Gonzalo. Se sienta Michael.
So Abramitis picks up his second foul. Michael Eric, meanwhile, goes out. Sosa comes back in. Lewis has been impressive. He's got 12 points, 4 rebounds, a couple of assists. He's definitely gotten after it tonight. great night for Fernandez. Very impressed by him. Always impressed by his play. Because it starts with the effort, and he just gives everything. Here's Cole. Left corner, good, another one for Alonso. Well, that's definitely his spot on the floor. He's a weapon. So it looks like it's the biggest lead of the game right now for this Unicaja Malaga team. Yeah, 16 points is indeed the biggest with a minute and a half remaining. Bate puts on the deck, spins, floats in, and gets another 2. 13 points for Axel Bate. Lewis, his pass almost turns over. Nicolaitis from deep. Lewis again, hustling. And Lewis ends up getting a putback off of the Vogoropoulos miss. Vogoropoulos back in the game. So less than a minute remaining. Unicaja Malaga. Well, before the season, you know, we knew they had the pedigree from a tradition standpoint, from a history standpoint. Nice steal, Nicolaitis. Boy, he's an impressive young man, isn't he? 19 years of age. I like him. Alexandros Nicolaitis. I like how he plays defense. It's no wonder why coach has given him so many minutes. And here he is showing some hops. That steal and fast break cuts it back to a 14-point deficit. But we've got some really good teams in this competition this season, from Spain especially. There's Cole putting it up from deep. And this, you know, Unicaja Malaga, watching them play tonight, you have to say, you know, they're going to have a chance. They will certainly be in the running if they play like this. Of course, they have the advantage of playing at home tonight, but they did show their worth as well on the road in their opening game at Nizhny Novgorod. And it is early in the season, so you don't want to get too excited. But even so, Unicaja do look like a team. They can really perhaps go deep in this competition, because Lavrio Megabolt haven't been bad today. They've come out and they've played hard. So Fotis Katsikaris taking a seat, taking in everything here at the end. So Cole with the 2 free throws. Back to a 16-point lead. And Nicolaitis trying to get one more shot. High pick, Nicolaitis drives in, they get it to the corner. And the 3-point shot is no good for Javon Blair. So that's how it finishes. Javon Blair getting his first seconds there. And Unicaja Malaga win for the second time at the start of the season. They follow up their victory at Nizhny Novgorod with a Game Day 2 win over Lavrio Megabolt. Final score, Unicaja Malaga 86, Lavrio Megabolt 70. Well, the numbers were good. 10 threes, 24-37 inside the arc, 8 of 10 at the line. Look at the assists. 23 assists for Unicaja. Rizarella ended up with the team high 16 points. So Rizarella, another good job from him tonight. But it's a team effort. And this man right here certainly played his part, Fernandez. probably, for my money, the player I remember the most from this game was Jaime Fernandez. Just especially in that second half, he was tough to guard. He was creating turnovers, forcing turnovers. So here's a look back at some of the best plays from the second half. Most of them will be from Unicaja Malaga, but Lavrio will know that they came out loose in this game, which I thought was a good sign. They weren't nervous, and they will grow from this experience. You go up against these good teams that are deep and talented and well coached, and you just cannot have any mistakes. And you got to be able to execute what the coach says. Of course, Unicaja were trying to prevent that, but nevertheless, the experience is only going to make this Lavrio Megabolt team stronger, you would think. This has got a lot of potential. Not the finished article yet, obviously, but certainly something to build on. Tyson Carter is great. Nikolaitis, Kaklamanikas has some fine plays tonight for Lavrio. Axel Boutte. Gonna have to keep a count of him. Here was Nikolaitis after the steal. He also forced that steal late in the game. Jaime Fernandez driving in. Barrera. One of the three-point shooting threats. And then Fernandez, again, just putting on a show, really. So, as we look at this Lavrio Megabolt, will try to get back on track. Next time out, they will take on Nizhny Novgorod. And Unicaja Malaga, meanwhile, will go up against JDA Dijon. And that game will be on November 1st. Lavrio Megabolt will be at home against Nizhny Novgorod on November 2nd. So we're only 2 weeks into the season, but you can see how every game matters here. In the Group C standings now, Unicaja up at the top at 2-0, Lavrio Megabolt at 1-1. By virtue of their 2-point win over JDA Dijon, who are also 1-1. Nizhny Novgorod, who were at the Final Eight last season, they hosted it, they are at the bottom. Thanks for watching.
Okay, got it. Thank you.